everybody, and welcome to Photomikes Garage. We are at the Port Coquitlam Auto Show, and the sun has come out. It started off raining, now the sun's out, so now is the time to look at these wonderful cars, like this one. 1955 Chevy. Very nice. Right beside it, another Tri-5 55. Tri-5 because 55, 56, and 57 were all extremely popular and all related with their changes of at Chevy at the time. A new small block V8 introduced 55 year, and they're considered iconic by the modern collector. And of course, there's quite a mix of cars here, Japanese cars. Well, everybody's welcome. Look at this beautiful, what is this, a 240 or 260 Z. And if you want to get a car like this, you're going to pay $35,000 Canadian. Remember, I'm up here in Canada here, folks. So for you people in the States, that's $35,000 Canadian. So that's even cheaper in the US. A nice G body. Oh, right beside it, a 1940s Ford. Beautiful. 1940 exactly. Beautiful. Iconic headlamps on this car. And iconic grille. And then just to say that there is variety here, we got a VW Bug from 1967. Nice. We got old, we got new, we got everything. A nice classic Cadillac. I love these old cars. I think they're coming back in style. Not in style, but as collectors, what I mean, because you're just not ever going to find anything like this ever again. Ever. A huge, long, big, wide car. Look at that. And if you're interested in purchasing, this is the phone number, and that's the price in Canadian bucks. And of course, a 5-liter Mustang, really collectible now. Everybody wanted them when I was a kid, and you can still get them. They're so popular, and this one looks in really good shape. Modern Mopar muscle, gotta love it. $392. So what looks better than an IROC in red? Mid-80s car. This one is specifically from 1986, and it's got the decals on the side. Z28. This one's an automatic, and look at that dash. Everything's squared off. Really 1980s dash, you might say, right? Okay, and here we have a 1970 Plymouth Duster with the 340 engine. These were considered economy cars at the time, and now they're highly collectible. And because, you know, they're fairly lightweight, being an economy car, and the 340 has a lot of horsepower. You really can move this car. What I like about it is the name, Duster. As in, you dust off your competition. It's got some nice vintage mags. We used to call these slotted mags. Maybe you still do. And this is vintage. Looks like a 14-inch mag. Wow. And right beside it, we have a Mercury Montclair. High-class car. Look at the interior on this. Wow. Yes, 50s excess and beauty at its best. Just take a look at this interior. Wow. And of course, it has the Continental kit, which puts the spare tire in a encasement on the back bumper. What's really funny is that these were just old trucks when I was a kid. 1971 Ford F50, F250 in this case, pickup truck. Just a boring old truck, but now collectible. And I tried to buy one of these way back in 1982. A Plymouth Barracuda fastback, and they advertised it as you're able to sleep in the back, which you can see that you could just about do. So if you get thrown out of your house, you can always sleep in your car. There you go, with a Barracuda. Can't do that in the Camaro. And of course, we have new vehicles here too, new enthusiast vehicles like the Bronco. This one's all done up with a winch and every factory option, and maybe beyond. Take a look at this. We've got a metal bumper. We got a air snorkel if you go into the Everglades, right? Because, you know, they're swampy. And you got big tires, big flares. This thing is made for off-road. Now, whether or not it's ever going to go off-road is another question, but it can do it if you want. Oh man, I can't believe I found it. A Mustang Dark Horse. What a beautiful new Mustang. This is the latest one. Very collectible, very fast. Let's see what the price is up here in Canada. You can get this at Metro Ford in Port Coquitlam, and the price is $83,705. Wow, that's a lot of money in Canada. Now you can convert that to US because that's Canadian, but that's a lot of money. But then this is a lot of car. Okay, we're in front of City Hall, Port Coquitlam, and look at this display of military hardware. These are Jeeps and military vehicles of the Canadian National Armed Forces. And yeah, our modern stuff is not much better than this now, but still, this is all vintage stuff. Look at this. You got your rifle carrier on the side, you've got your shovels, you got your canteens, you got everything you need in a Jeep. Of course, we have the military here because this is our cenotaph, our monument to the fallen of Port Coquitlam that served in the armed forces and gave their lives so that we could have freedom in Canada. Beautiful 1953 F100 and another Mercury 1956. You can see they're very similar. You got a slight grille difference. There you go. Otherwise, they're very similar, but what wonderful cars. Oh man, look at this. A Trans Am. These are very rare. A Trans Am, a 455 Trans Am, 1972 455 Trans Am. And this is the beginning of the Screaming Chicken. You remember, they get really big back in 78, 79, but right now, at this point in 73, they're pretty small. And I love cool vans like this. Wow.
Stingray.
One of the best things about a car show are all the dogs that you meet. Almost as much fun as looking at the cars. I love this Falcon convertible. Check out that emblem on the side. Beautiful orange 260Z, and right beside it, a yellow 240Z. Really nice. Wow. Wow, we got the whole club is out here today. These cars look great. What a great display with the Z Club for sure. Shout out to them. And a 2015 Z28, all in sinister black. Beautiful 1967 RS. Beautiful. Hideaway headlights, that's what an RS means. And it's got the black runway stripes on a Z20. Okay, and of course a old truck with patina, which is welcome in the show as well, because that just lets you know that the car has been through life, the truck has been through life, and gives a sense of the age of the vehicle, which is kind of cool. I think I've seen this convertible someplace before. But look at this Mustang. Beautiful. Beautiful Mustang convertible. And this is a 1965. You can tell because it's got the bars in the grill. The bars in the grill. Beautiful 1941 Ford pickup. Beautiful paint. See, this is what I'm looking at. Something with patina that you can just drive and use, but still take it to a show. Can you imagine that, right? And then, of course, right beside it, we have a beautiful restored pickup. Even allow the British to be here. Even the British are allowed. So, the British high performance, American high performance, a Challenger RT. Excuse me, miss, I'm trying to take a shot of this car. Boy, there's some people that are just in the way. They're so rude. Look at this car. Isn't that awesome? With the ghost flames on the hood.
Wow.
Excuse me, miss, you're in my shot. And then, what would a car show be like without a beautiful Corvette? A 427 Corvette. So when they say car shows are dead, I say that is not true. Look at all these people. It's almost too many people if you can say such a thing, right? You got the cars, you got sunshine, and look how many people are coming down the street to look at these cars. That is amazing. We have a lot of dogs. 1940 Ford pickup in matte black, which looks really awesome. And right beside it, Cougar, 1969 Cougar. Look at the interior on this car. Really nice. Late 60s interior, beautiful. And of course, a lot of cars back in the day had hideaway headlights. I love that feature. They can't do it anymore because of safety regulations. So look at that and remember, beautiful 1984 Camaro Z28. And then look at the grille on this car. These cars are so commanding in their presence with the giant bumpers that were regulated at the time, but it made the car look aggressive. And it's a 1979, this particular car, and it's got a lot of patina. And of course, a car that's already popular, a 1955 Chevy, all in black, like a black widow. Let me tell you, this thing is beautiful. And look at the sculptures on the hood. Look at the hood emblem, the hood ornament. It is an eagle and a jet plane at the same time. You gotta love the 1950s obsession with aeronautics, NASA, and everything else. Oh, look at this car right beside it. It's a 1956 Chevy. And look at that grille. Wow. Look at the color of this car. Wow. And then this is a Graham, I'm pretty sure. A 1941 Graham. And it's been hot rodded a little bit, but this is basically, look at this grille. That is an amazing, amazing shape right there. Right beside it is a super deluxe Ford. This is a 1941 Ford convertible. Convertibles will be very rare. 41 Fords were pretty common back in the day, but a convertible, very rare. Then right here we have a car that was very common when I was young. It's just considered a grocery getter, an economy car. This is a Nova, but this is an SS Nova. So it's got a potent big block underneath the hood right now. And it is a 1970. There you go, 396, there's the call out. 396 Nova 1970 in sort of a lime green color. That just popping in the sun. Here you can have the truck the way you want. You can have it low to the ground, or you can have it gigantic and lift it up to the sky. You choose. Both are trucks. We have a beautiful Beaumont convertible. I believe this is a 1966. And again, a Beaumont is a Canadian name for a Chevelle sold by the Pontiac dealerships up here in Canada. This is a 1966 Beaumont Sport Deluxe. Comes with a big block. These are worth a lot of money, but a lot of Americans don't know about them because they just have a different grille, but otherwise that's a Chevelle body, right? Something unusual about Canada, something interesting about Canada that you may not know. Beautiful 5-liter. I want one really bad. I'm really interested in 1980s cars right now because I think that's the next big collectible range that's coming up. They're still semi-affordable. Look at this beautiful Impala, 1964. Wow. This is the 1980s collectible. It's already gone up in price, so kind of unattainable, but this is the Buick Grand National. Darth Vader's car right here. You gotta love these customs. 1950s customs with all the louvers on the hood, all custom done, custom grille. Look at the chrome on that. I just noticed that this is not just a black car. This has got red flakes. See the red flakes? This is a true custom. Very nice. And the crowds at this show is part of the story of this show. I've never seen so many people at a car show. Now, maybe in America they got stuff like that, but I mean, I can barely see the cars because of the crowds, which is kind of annoying, but kind of cool too. There's so many people interested in these old cars. 1965 Mustang convertible, perfect. This is what people want, a convertible 65 Mustang 289. And then, of course, one of the most affordable performance you can get right now is a C6 Corvette. And this is that. It's got the LS3, all in black, beautiful. Here we have a 2016 Camaro. These cars are underappreciated. I think they're aggressive. They're no longer being made. Not enough people bought them, which is a real shame because these cars have the performance and aggression. Wow, I mean, just beautiful. Okay, here we have a 1937 Ford. Look at the headlamps. This is how it came from the factory. It looks custom, but that's how it came. And, oh, this owner's been sitting around for a little bit too long. This is what happens when you own a car for too long. 1980 Corvette. Beautiful white Corvette. I love these. And these are still cheap, affordable. If you want something that's special, all you gotta do is buy a 1980 Corvette. And you will still have power, and you've got this beautiful shape. Just look at this. And of course, wow, right beside the Vet is this beautiful coupe. Look at the paint. OMG. This thing is just, wow, okay, this is $100,000 vehicle, if it's $1 in my opinion. Wow, just look at that. It is so awesome. It's a thing of beauty, a 1933 custom Chevrolet 5-window coupe. Wow. Beside it, we have a 32. We have a 32 Chevrolet. Wow. Look at the grill on that. We got a 57 Chevy here. It is just gorgeous. It's got the Bel Air trim, and it is a station wagon. Think of what it would have been like to be a family in the 50s and have this. Bring this thing home and take it on vacation. You got room for 3 in the front, 3 in the front, 3 in the back, and then tons of room. As much, if not more room than any SUV today. So I'd rather take this on vacation, to be honest, than any of these boring SUVs that people have nowadays. What a beautiful car. And her name is Lucille. And then we have another 55 Chevy. I can't get enough of these. Look at the color on this thing. It is cute. Still showing some rain drops on the hood because we had rain in the morning. But now we got sunshine and everybody is out. And of course, I love these car pickups. This is a car truck. 1979 Chevrolet El Camino. Practicality as well as style. And because it's a 1979, it still might even be affordable, although this one looks like it'd be pretty expensive. And look at this front end. Is that not gorgeous? And then I love these cars too. I'm surprised there hasn't been more in the show today. This is the Dodge Charger, the latest editions with the Hemi, and they are super fast. I know because I had a Hellcat. Now, if you're a Japanese businessman back in the 80s, what would you drive? Well, you'd drive a Cedric. Yes, you would, because look at this. You got your Sapporo Sake in the back. Am I pronouncing that right? You let me know. And you got your chauffeur in the front, and you got your sake for the front passenger as well. Wow. So this is a 1998 Nissan Cedric. Bet you've never seen one before. Okay, I think this is an award-winning 1955 Chevy. I can guess that somehow. And you can't mistake the toothy grille of a 1957 Corvette. One of my personal favorites. And look at this one with the white coves and fuel injection. If this is an original fuel injection car, then this is worth a lot of money. Beautiful. And now for something completely different.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay, the Blues Brothers. Oh, I've been looking for a 1974 Monaco forever. This is so cool. Oh man. They even dressed up.
Come and support your Europe Bakery and Deli. They've been selling coffee and donuts and everything all day long. Even when it was raining out, no one was here. They're out there working hard. Support your local merchants.
Cop car, cop brakes, cop motor, cop suspension, cop shocks.
Let's go.
Wow, look at this. I want this car so bad. Okay, we now officially have everything at the Port Coquitlam Auto
Come on
Show.
down and get a nice coffee and donut from Europe Bakery.
This is one of the best shows I've ever been to because Jake and Elwood are here.
Great service for you. Support your local merchants in Poco.
If anyone's got a 74 Monaco police car for sale, let me know. I want one so bad. Oh man, these guys are getting free donuts. What's up with that? Blues Mobility 2.
That's awesome.
On a mission from God. Things couldn't get better. We got an AAR Cuda here. The AAR Cuda came with a 340 6-barrel motor. Look at that air clean. And it came with a fiberglass hood from the factory. This is strobe straight. Cobra spotted. Cobra, 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 Cobra. Whoops. Cobra. Yes, look at this. Oh, a 19 whatever Cobra, but this is a kid car. It was based on the 1966 Cobra 427. And this thing is beautiful, even though it's still a work in progress. You can see that it still needs some body work and final paint, but this is based on a 1965 Chevy Cobra replica. And look at that. Beautiful 427 motor. Racing belts. And of course, this car just looks gorgeous. Even if it's unfinished, I want one. Of course, right beside it, we have a Nissan 300ZX. When I was a kid, these were very popular. The restyle, it's called the alligator front end because of the way the headlamps are pointing up, sort of, right? Very interesting design, and everybody wanted one, especially the turbo, and here is one still alive today. And then you can't talk about class without talking about Mercedes, and I'm sorry, but right beside it is a Ferrari. Yes. We got crowds of people around this car, but so excited to see a Ferrari at the show. Beautiful car. This is a 1987 328 GTS. Wow. So this is very similar to the car that Magnum PI would have done the show in way back when. Hard to believe that such a big guy could fit in such a small car. Yeah, the iconic round taillights of a Ferrari from this generation. Beautiful. And almost affordable. Around Vancouver, you can get something like this for $120,000 if you look. We got something very modern, very fast. This is a 2SS Camaro with a little mini Camaro on top. Datsun 240. Lots of Datsuns here today. And look at this motor. Wow. This is a 6-cylinder with triple Webers. That's amazing. Or is it? No, triple Solex. Nice. Check the interior. And let's check the back of this car. There you go. To me, this is kind of one of the best looking of the late 70s Camaros. It's got the full spats, the fairing at the front and at the back. And it's got all the eye candy you could want on it. So this is the collectible one. Now, they didn't have a lot of power, but they sure look good. And just for contrast, although it doesn't look like it, these two cars under the bones are exactly the same. Just different front ends and treatments, but otherwise, it's the same car. This car is a Trans Am. You can tell by the screaming chicken. Okay. All right. Nice. Look at these wheels. These are custom giant wheels done in a vintage way. Look at the interior of this car. This is the Corvette to get. Still affordable. This is a 1972 Corvette. You can still afford something like this, which is hard to believe. You want to get something with style, this is what you buy. We have what looks like a Bandit Trans Am trying to leave the show. And you can see the giant Screaming Eagle on the top of that car's hood. And it's got T-tops. This is what you want. Special edition, which means it's got the gold trim everywhere. And all the trim is in gold. This is a cool Trans Am. Dodge Challenger Scat Pack, modern car, modern muscle, 2017. I think this color is called Gold Mango. Am I right? I don't know, but it's an awesome color. And look at the shaker hood scoop. What that means is that as the engine vibrates, this is going to shake, and you're going to be able to see that from the driver's position, which is just plain cool. And then old school, right beside it, we got 396 Chevelle. This is a 1968 or 69, and I can tell because it's got the fastback. They changed the design in 68. I like the previous design, but I also like this design a lot. It's got a sporty look. I definitely wanted one of these cars when I was younger, and I still do. Also, look at the paint on this car. That is a deep green with a lot of metallic. 1963 Impala. Beautiful, timeless design. A lot of bright grille work right across the whole front of the car. And you got kind of like a slab side to this car, but that's part of the interesting structure of the car. And now look at this hard top, you can see right through. It's almost like having a convertible. And look at that dash. That's got to be one of the coolest dashes ever. Oh, Man, you gotta love cars from this era. What a great way to finish off this line of cars with this Challenger in a beautiful shade of green. This is a 1974 Dodge Challenger. Last year of this body style of the Challenger for a long time. You can see it's got that beautiful 70s interior. It's got the pistol grip shifter right there, like the grip on a gun. Just a cool feature. The extremely hooded gauges, very cool. And what's pretty common for the era, a black vinyl interior, just like my Z black vinyl. This is an RT, which is a performance version, and you can see that it's got the RT right there. And by the way, this is a fully restored car. This is restored back to stock. This is what the engine compartment should look like on a fully restored car, especially a Mopar. It is painted body color on the inside of the car, unlike many other muscle cars of the era. So the paint should match the outside for sure. Okay, so we got a 1968 396 Chevy SS, and he's trying to leave the show, and we'll let him leave. Nice. Okay, so the show is coming to an end. It's been great. Thanks for watching Photomikes Garage. I will see you next time. I know I said I was ending the show, but I can't help it. There's still even more cars I haven't got. Okay, as you can see, there's still a lot of cars here. If my battery goes while I'm doing it, I'm sorry, but I got to go to the end of the battery to get all the cars I can for you guys. And this is incredible. Even this display at the end of all these lineup of cars. You got the Fall Guy pickup truck. You got Dukes of Hazzard Charger RT. Beautiful. This is a 1969. Oh, everybody's leaving. Everybody's leaving. Okay, that's what you call leaving in style. You can always tell 69 because it's got the straight across the back tail lamps. And this is a project. Wow. And then right beside we got the Blues Brother, another 1974. Yeah, 1974 Dodge Monaco. This is not the same one we saw earlier. This is another one. I wonder if this is for sale because I'd like to buy it right now. Wow. And right beside it we have a beautiful Roadrunner. Look at that. Now it's a little rough. Paint needs some work, needs some body work. But you know what? I still can't afford it. These cars have gotten so expensive that even in this shape, it's beyond my reach. What can I say? But can I afford this? What do you guys think? Should I buy this car? And the show cars continue. There's a large crowd around these cars. This is the Bandit. This is the actual Bandit. Not the actual Bandit, but this is the 1977 car that I believe they made the first movie with. This is the front end that they have. This is special edition, all the gold trim, and right beside it, we have Kit from Knight Rider. Fantastic. And then right beside that, we have a DeLorean from Back to the Future. This is amazing. DeLorean from Back to the Future. Wow. And it's even got a hoverboard in there. Let's check out the hoverboard. Yeah, he's got a hoverboard. That's right. If you get a DeLorean, you got to get a hoverboard. And then, of course, every movie ever made has got a New York taxi in it. Crown Victoria, I've got one of those. Not a taxi, but I got a Crown Victoria. And then right beside this, the A-Team. Do you guys remember that? The A-Team. This is an A-Team van. Check it out. Wow. Herbie, the Love Bug. I don't know. You guys remember that show from the late 60s? Herbie, the Love Bug? This is a 1998 Volkswagen, but it's done up like Herbie, the Love Bug. Okay, guys, now I am ending the video because the battery is flashing at me. I just had to give you a few more. And there's still more. But anyway, thanks for watching Photomikes Garage. I will see you next time. Man, look at this beautiful 57. Oh man, I gotta stop. I gotta take a rest.